Hey guys, Steven here from Adolescence, and welcome back to another fragrance review. Thank you so much for watching. And in this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at a fragrance from the house of Rochas, and the fragrance is called Rochas Man. So here's the bottle. This one was released in 1999, and the perfumer behind this fragrance is Maurice Roussel. Maurice Roussel has done many other fragrances. I'm not sure if he's done too many other ones for this house, but he has done New Harlem by Bond No. 9, a fragrance that this one actually smells very similar to. He has also done some DKNY fragrances like Be Delicious. He has done Jasmine 17 by Le Labo, even Musc Ravageur by Editions de Parfum Frederic Malle. So he's a very well-known perfumer, having done both designer and niche fragrances alike. Now this one is classified as a woody spicy, and despite the fact that it does contain the notes of cedarwood and sandalwood, I would actually have to disagree with that classification, and I'll tell you why in just a little bit. But next up, let's take a look at the presentation for Rochas Man. Here's the box for Rochas Man. Pretty simple. You have the name of the fragrance and the name of the company over here on the front. You have the size and concentration down here at the bottom, eau de toilette, UPC and serial number engraved right there. Same thing going on at the back and the logo on the top. Pretty simple box. As far as the bottle goes, what a unique bottle. It really looks very different from other fragrances in the industry. Some people have called it certain things. I'm not going to get into it. I am going to say it's a unique bottle. It's not my favorite, but unique nonetheless. It has the logo here engraved on the front on the silver rim here. Plastic cap comes off. The distribution on this one is actually really nice. Great distribution, sprays out a lot of juice. And that was it for the presentation of Rochas Man. So my friend Cy writes, "It smells strikingly similar to Bond No. 9 New Harlem and Michael Jordan Legend. It smells like pancakes, maple syrup, and coffee. Very reminiscent of typical American breakfast. Excellent fragrance by Nose Maurice Roussel." Ismail writes, "I love the scent because of fruity notes. It's different and distinctive, which goes for both the shape of the bottle and the scent." Derek says, "It's a gourmand that is inexpensive yet classy. It can be a nice change of pace from light floral and citrusy fragrances for the summer, especially with most places being climate-controlled environments." And lastly, Suvirnath writes, "It's a really good gourmand fragrance in the designer game, but the gourmand nature fades quickly and I get a lavender and sweet vanilla-dominated fragrances for most of the part. Just hope the coffee note lingered on a bit longer. Nevertheless, a decent, inexpensive scent." So what you get from the smell when it opens up is this very gourmand feel to it, and you have a lot of vanilla. You also have this amber accord. Amber, of course, contains vanilla in modern perfumery, so you do get a very sweet smell from it, and for that reason I would be more likely to classify this as an oriental scent. Now it doesn't have some other oriental nuances like patchouli, which you find in a lot of like Thierry Mugler offerings, but it certainly does have a very sweet and gourmand vibe, and the sweetness lingers throughout the entire duration of this fragrance. So you get that vanilla, you get the amber, but then it also has a prominent coffee note. Now they list it as cappuccino, so I'm guessing that that's where the spicy aspect comes in from. Maybe there are some spices thrown into the mix. I can't really detect all of them, but I get this very sweet coffee smell. Now the thing about Maurice Roussel and what makes him such a unique perfumer is that he always finds a way to throw in a twist into his fragrances, like New Harlem. It smells very similar to this one, and even though it's sweet and gourmand-like, he threw in the note of lavender, and it kind of offsets the other notes. It's like, it's so weird, like why would he do that? Musc Ravageur, he throws in clove into this one very gourmand composition, and it's like, why would he do that, right? But I think it's really what gives these fragrances character, and what makes them unique and really makes them stand out among the rest of the competition. And I think it goes to show that, you know, he wants to push the envelope a little bit, and he does so in a very tasteful way. So you do have a kind of like this it's not overwhelming, but you do have this noticeable lavender note that sits in the background of the composition, and it does lie on this base of wood. So you have the cedarwood and the sandalwood. I'd be more inclined to say that there's more sandalwood in here than anything, just because it's a little sweet and creamy, but I like the combination of the notes that this fragrance has. It's warm, It's rich, it's sweet, it's gourmand, it's creamy, it's very comforting, and it just promotes a very comforting aura to it. Like, this is a great fragrance I love wearing in the fall time when I'm inside the house and I'm drinking either, you know, hot chocolate or a cup of coffee, and it just makes you feel very comfortable. It's a great gourmand scent, high compliment factor. My fiance loves this one. She also really enjoys New Harlem. If you guys saw my Bond No. 9 Battle of the Bond No. 9 fragrances, you know she likes New Harlem. Same perfumer, near identical smell, so they smell very similar to one another. But this is a great scent. It has some florals in there. I have to conclude by saying that it has jasmine and lily of the valley, and I think, you know, when I think about it, I kind of get it, but it's not strong enough to call this one a floral perfume or anything like that, you know. So I would call this one a spicy oriental, if anything. It's a great scent. Make sure you check it out. And for a $19.99 release, it's still going strong today. Very unique. Definitely stands out from the rest of the competition. So thank you guys for watching. Last up, we have the rating. First up, we have uniqueness and overall smell, and I ended up giving Rochas an 8 out of 10. Now, this is a great scent, and I feel like it's one of Maurice Roussel's most original and unique compositions. Now, I do like New Harlem a little bit better. I think it smells a little more natural, a little better rounded out. But I think as far as bearing uniqueness and the originality, all the credit should go to Rochas. This is the originator. This is the one that came out first, 1999, and I think it's a fantastic scent, so I ended up giving it an 8 out of 10. As far as longevity goes, I also gave it an 8 out of 10. Now, this is an eau de toilette, so you can expect to get up to 6 hours. This one actually performs above average. And as far as projection goes, also gave it an 8 out of 10. Projection on this one is actually stellar. It projects within an arm's length for about 3 hours, and then it starts to sit a little bit closer to the skin, but this could double as a, you know, more intimate kind of a scent. So for those scenarios, I actually think the projection is right where it's supposed to be. Totally recommended. As far as versatility goes, I gave it a 6 out of 10. I did knock off a few points. One, because even though I think it's totally unisex, despite the fact that it's marketed for men, I could see this applying to a more youthful crowd. So perhaps for a more mature gentleman, I would probably recommend something that's not as sweet. Also, as far as occasions go, perfect night out scent. You know, you got that sweetness going for it. Casually, because of the price, you can pull it off as well. Semi-formal, you might be stretching it a little bit, but as far as a formal occasion scent goes, I probably wouldn't wear this at a meeting with my boss or anything like that. Even though it's not too juvenile, I would probably just be a little more cautious in that regard. And as far as seasons, I can see this working in the colder seasons better. Might be overkill in the summer, especially as far as the compositional nature goes. It just evokes the fall and winter. You know, you have that coffee, the sweetness, the vanilla, the amber. You guys know what I mean. And lastly, as far as presentation goes, I think it's a unique presentation. People have called it certain things. I'm not going to delve into that. I'm just going to go ahead and give this one a 6 out of 10 for presentation. It's not going to bring down the overall score, don't worry. It's the juice inside the bottle that counts. And overall, I'm really going to have to give Rochas by Rochas an 8 out of 10. I think that this one is a phenomenal scent. It's a pretty consistent scent as far as scent, projection, performance, versatility, all of that stuff goes. And I think it's a great scent for a 1999 release. I think Maurice Roussel really knocked it out of the park. And it really stands out from its other gourmand counterparts like Angel Men by Thierry Mugler, right? Both of which I think are very iconic. So great scent. If you have not tried it yet and you're a gourmand lover, you're missing out. You need to try this one out. It's a great scent, right? I just think some, like Angel Men, are a little bit more unique. That's something that I would give a 10 out of 10. This one I'd probably just keep it to an 8 out of 10. Comparatively speaking, you know, I think Amen really sets the caliber or the calibration on that one pretty high. So guys, thank you so much for watching. That was my review of Rochas by Rochas. If you owner have tried this scent, please let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to rate and subscribe for future videos like this one. So again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. This has been Steven with another fragrance review from Redolessence. We'll see you soon.